What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Zaynomics Gaming. Today we are defending Super Earth because nothing is bigger than freedom. This game has taken this month by storm and has risen to the #1 spot on Steam. Today I'm giving my first impressions of HellDivers 2 and some tips and tricks for everyone. But first, what is HellDivers 2? To answer that, I just want to give a little backstory on the first game. HellDivers was originally a top-down shooter that transformed into the third-person adventure that we have today. HellDivers 2 is a squad-based shooter where you battle alien-style forces during an intergalactic war. What makes this game so amazing is the stratagems. They are like abilities, like this.
Requesting air support!
Stratagems are essentially unlockable abilities that you can bring to the battlefield, and they offer a form of build crafting to take on certain enemies and endure the elements of certain locations. To unlock them, you have to collect in-game currencies and gain experience points to level up. We won't touch on each stratagem as I'm not level 20 yet, but right now my favorites are the Eagle Cluster Bomb, the Auto Cannon, the Orbital EMP, and the Guard Dog Rover. The Orbital Laser is very cool as well. The Guard Dog is one of my favorites as it provides support. It is my favorite support stratagem available. It is essentially a drone that targets enemies. It is very helpful when sight is limited during storms as it auto tracks enemies and gives the forgiveness when it comes to situational awareness when you can't pay attention. The 500 kg bomb is the big daddy as it can destroy almost anything. It is pretty much a nuke. A lot of the people that I've been playing with have it already unlocked, so they're able to use it. And that's what you see in some of my background gameplay. There are multiple stratagems in the game, and I suggest that you work toward unlocking them all to perfect your build crafting efforts to take the fight to different planets. Now, of course, we got to talk about the gunplay. The weapons in the game are decent, but I don't get a thrill out of them compared to using the stratagems. When combined with a squad, you can pretty much take on anything by just using your stratagems in a strategic manner and keeping your regular assault rifle. You will unlock better weapons as you level up and can spend your war bonds currency at your ship. So every time you complete a mission, you will receive war bonds, and then you will go into the battle pass, essentially is what I call it. This will allow you to purchase better gear and better weapons, and it progressively gets better through each level after you spend a certain amount of medals or war bonds. Now, with that being said, another thing that you can upgrade in this game is actually your ship. So when you upgrade your ship, it improves your stratagems as well. You'll need a variety of different in-game currencies, and you'll be able to improve a lot of your stratagems in the game. Now, I want to talk about the missions themselves and my first initial experience. Overall, when I first bought the game, I could not play as the server was at capacity every time I tried to log in. Since then, the developers have made some updates. If you are AFK for a period of time, you'll be kicked. The developers have also increased server capacity to 700,000 players at one time, which is fantastic if they decide to port this to Xbox, which currently right now there's a big petition for this game to go to Xbox. Right now you can only play HellDivers 2 on PS5. I'm not sure if it's out on PlayStation 4. I would imagine it would be, but I'm not 100% sure. I know it's available for PS5, and it's also available for the PC, which is currently what I'm playing on, is PC. Now, when I first jumped in, I was met with a tutorial, which was thorough but simple. Then I jumped into my first mission solo. I failed, of course, and then I failed multiple times from that point. When you first jump in the game, it can be tough to understand, especially given the size of the maps and the enemies. If you plan on buying this game, I recommend jumping into quick play and playing on the easiest mode until you reach level 4 or 5. This will allow you to pace yourself and get familiar with the game mechanics. I met some great players early on and have enjoyed every minute of playtime since then. Once you get your feet wet, you can start dipping into the harder missions. There are a total of 9 difficulties. The harder missions have bigger enemies and will require a great build to overcome with a squad, let alone trying to do it solo. But the higher difficulty missions pay out a lot more points, in-game currencies, all kinds of materials. You have rarer items that you can find out in the wild. Now, the environments are amazing. I honestly haven't even played on each planet. The planets can have different modifiers depending on location, like rainstorms, sandstorms, etc. Some environments are cold or hot. In hot environments, your stamina can drain much faster as you overheat. To overcome this, you can purchase better gear with your war bonds, or you can upgrade, have different stratagems to help you get through that particular instance. You want to have the right build for the location you are playing. Missions can change from day to night depending on the orbit of the planet at any given time. Enemies also have different weapons and or abilities to dispatch you. Like the insects can spray poison. The robots can dismember your body with chainsaws. Now for PvE. Now to conquer planets, you must participate in the weekly orders. They usually consist of 2 to 3 missions that go toward the operation to conquer the planets. It's a pretty straightforward system as long as you're playing with the same squad. That's the only success that I've currently had. I stayed with the same team and we were able to complete those. Now completing the missions, you kill hordes of enemies and you liberate that particular stronghold. It's simple, yet so much fun. There are some great people that I have played with over the last couple of weeks on this game. I've yet to run into any griefers. There is friendly fire on this game and you can kill squad mates, but of course I don't recommend that as there is nothing to gain and it only hurts the mission. You must be aware of your surroundings though, as an ally's turret could kill you if you run in front of it, or if you drop an eagle bomb near enemies and you do not retreat before it strikes, you could die. You must be mindful of your surroundings while playing with a squad. Turrets are not as cut and dry either. If you place a turret in an open location, it can turn 360 degrees up and down and aim and shoot at that enemy. If you are in the way, you will die or be fired upon. You must be strategic when placing certain strikes or turrets. Nobody has blatantly came to me and killed me. Remember, we are fighting for Super Earth. We must remain free. Overall, I am very impressed with this game. A studio of only 100 developers put out an amazing title. Now what's the cost to bring freedom, peace, and democracy to Super Earth? You could pick this up for 34 to 40 bucks depending on where you purchase from. For me personally, I plan on swinging the extra and grabbing the bundle to support the developers in their ongoing efforts to support and expand this game. Since I've been playing this game, it has definitely brought me a lot of joy. I haven't played a game like this before and it is a lot of fun. Even though the missions are very basic and there really isn't a storyline, you're pretty much just, you know, defending Earth. I mean, that's really the gist of it. You're just killing aliens and doing your thing. That's really all it is to it. All the explosions, everything's just so fun. It just feels fresh compared to what we've been playing here recently. And I think I will be definitely doing a lot more videos on HellDivers 2 once I get a little better at the game. If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel. It's a free way to support me and I greatly appreciate it. Of course, we're still going to have some Destiny videos coming out. We're going to be definitely going to be covering more HellDivers 2 stuff just because I enjoy the game so much. I also got NCAA Football 25 on my radar. I'm a big fan of college football. It's been a long time since they came out with another college football game, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to let this gameplay run out in the background. I will see you all on the battlefield.
Freedom forever! You man!
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete.